Hello, my name is Jessica Johns. This is my speech for my Communications 101 class. My topic is music therapy, and this is my audience. And so by a show of hands, who in here in this room likes to listen to music? I think everybody says that. Music is around us in many different ways every day. You hear it playing when you're out at the grocery store or walking around the mall. You hear it playing when you're out to eat at a restaurant or at the gym while people are working out. And you hear it in movies to help set the mood of the scene. You hear slower tempos for more melodramatic moments and louder, faster tempos for more climatic scenes. It's played at weddings, churches, funerals, sporting events, and it's almost as if it was part of the environment wherever you are. But music is not just used for entertainment purposes. It is used for different types of therapy and is known to help process emotions. An article I read talks about how people use music to regulate emotions as well as anticipate them. It talks about how the main objective of music is to convey emotion, and that listening to music is reportedly the second most used emotional regulation tactic. A good example could be if a person is sad, they will listen to a sad song that matches their mood and helps express that emotion. Or they will listen to something that is more upbeat and happy to regulate the sad mood and take their mind off whatever is making them sad. There was a girl I once knew when I was living overseas in Turkey. Her and her boyfriend had been together for about a year and a half. Out of the blue, he just up and broke up with her, decided he didn't want to be with her anymore, and she was completely devastated. She, for almost 3 full days, laid in her room, in her bed, sobbing, inflatedly shaking, defying got you. It's just one example of how, depending on your mood, music can help either drag you down more, or can help you express the emotion, or listening to something completely opposite of what you're feeling can help pull you out of that mood. Music is also used in other types of therapy, such as the treatment of neurological language and speech disorders. It is used as a type of therapy when brain injury has occurred as a result from a stroke. It is used as rehabilitation to stimulate brain functions that are involved in speech as treatment of aphasia and apraxia of speech. Another article I read also talks about how music helps improve memory. It says, music helps the improvement of memory by changing the brainwave states. The brain waves are influenced by listening to music, resulting in an improved concentration and learning. It even quotes another article where the author talks about how music has an effect on memory because it helps the development of the brain's capacity when the left and right hemispheres are activated at the same time, so that more information can be received and retained. And that brings me to a show that I love to watch. Have you guys ever watched Fringe?
No.
There is a character in there named Walter Bishop. And you'll see, if you ever watch this show, you'll see scenes where Walter's he's a very weird character. So he's kind of looking off into the distance, and all of a sudden he starts out really quietly and starts really loudly singing a song. Random words and beats. Everybody else looks at him like he's crazy. Walter Bishop, and he is. But he made up these own little songs of his to help him remember stuff from the past. Because he was in a mental institution for 15 years. So stuff that he had to remember from before, he had created his own little ways of being able to remember stuff. And he used writing music to do it. Music has also been used as therapy and voice quality for people with quadriplegia. There have been studies done on music selection behavior. There have also been studies done on music selection behavior in everyday listening and about how being in control of what a person is listening to can affect their behavior. So if you're, in the car and you've got it on a song that you like and whoever else in the car decides to change it, if it's not a song you like, it's going to upset you because you have no control over having to listen to that song. So depending on your control over what you're hearing, if it's on an iPod, on a cell phone, something that you are able to control, it can alter your behavior versus whether if you are, if you're listening to the radio, they play a song you don't like, I don't want to, so you change the station. You're not happy that you had to hear that song. So it is no doubt that music can be one of the biggest elements of each day. There are programs available to young children, teens, adults, and seniors who experience many disabilities such as autism, mental health, neurological and medical disorders, emotional and behavioral disorders, Alzheimer's, developmental disabilities, and so much more. Music can help with depression. It can help with many other disabilities that people have. And even if we don't pay attention to it, it is always there in the background while we are walking through a store, eating out, watching a movie, or driving in a car. But it is also one of the most helpful tools when it comes to different types of therapy. And I will leave you with this quote, because I feel that it not only can refer to things that are physical, but non-physical, and it works well with the role of music in our lives. Often we find songs that we can relate to, or that have an impact on us in some way, whether it relates to friendships, relationships, or are in some way therapeutic, either physically, mentally, or emotionally. And it says, every relationship is reciprocal. If you touch something, it touches you, it changes you. Music, I believe, has that ability. Because there are songs that can affect us emotionally, and there are songs that can, completely change our outlook on things. A wedding dance song, the father-daughter dance song brings a father-daughter bond a little bit closer, I think. That's a very special moment that the two of them share. So.
Yay! Woo!